chords, a G. G in the bass also. Playing octaves. Alright, so you got 4 beats on the G. Then you're going to switch to the A minor in the right hand. And you're going to keep the G in the left hand. 2 beats on the A minor. So it's going to go 2 beats on the F. F chord, F in the left hand. One more time now. And so that change. Play C chord in the right hand, and you're going to walk up this bass line, and actually the guitar is playing it also, but so it's E, F, G, A sharp. To the next change, you'll go up to the E minor in the right hand, and you're playing the B in the left hand. 2 beats on the E minor, then you're switching to a B chord in the right hand, and you got an A in the bass. Switch back to the E minor in the right hand, and you're going to go to a G in the bass. Alright, so we'll go through that. Next change. Those 2 chords are B 7th, and you have an F sharp in the left hand, the bass. And you go into a suspended chord here. You got an E in the left hand, the bass. In the right hand, you got a C, E, F sharp, A. So you go. Switching to the B again, and you got the E flat, D sharp, whatever. E flat in the left hand, and you're going to get 3 beats on this one here. Okay, go through that real quick again. So you're going to play, when you get to the B, like I said, it's only 3 beats on here, so it's going to be 1, 2, and you're going to hit this 4 times on the 3rd beat. Okay, so it's, so you're switching to a C in the right hand and an E in the left hand. To an F sharp in the bass and a D 7th in the right hand. Okay, so let's take it from we'll take it from here again. That's where we're at now, the D 7th. Next change is a G. G in the left hand and the right hand. Those 2 changes are going to go to an F and an A in the left hand. Going to a G 7th and a B in the left hand. Okay? We'll walk that up again. Okay, we're up to here. Now it's up to the walk up with the guitar and the bass. Okay, so that walk up. The line in the left hand is, you can play that twice, from the C to the B, back to the C. The first time he's playing it over is a C chord is played over it. The second time, he's playing a D chord over it. Right, so he's just going to hold these chords for the first 2. When gets to this change, D, C sharp, back to the D, we're also going to play that in the right hand with the thumb. We're going to hold the G and the B up top. Alright, just change this note to follow the bass line. Next change, going from the E flat to the D to the E flat. Same thing, we're going to, the thumb's going to play that part, and we're still staying on the G and D notes, alright? When it switches up again, the E, E flat to the E, still the same thing here, the G and the B together. And the last changes, the F to the E to the F. We're going to play these three notes together, still holding a G and B together. Alright, so we'll look at that whole walk up again. That leads up to the B in the right hand and an F sharp in the left hand. We'll count of 4. And it's switching to an F sharp in the right hand and an E in the left hand. Then that leads to the melody, which is played on the organ, but I have it arranged for the piano. And that's the first two. Then that leads right back to the verses again. The first time he's only going to play the E change, the E flat change, and the F change melody line. Then he goes back to the verses again, and when he comes back to that, he goes through the whole thing again, which I just showed you. And then when he goes back to this melody again, he's going to play that same pattern, but he's going to keep modulating up. He's going to modulate from the E flat to the F to the G to the A to the B to the C sharp, E flat, and F again, and that leads you right back to the verses again. All right, so that's how the song fades out. He just modulates the chords up like that. It's the same pattern. So I'm going to show you the pattern the first time. After that, you just have to figure it out as you go on up. Only difference is you just have to adjust the bass line. So as you work up, you'll drop down the left hand. Alright, I'll show you that. If you want to play the organ part on another keyboard and just play the bass line on the piano, it'll be fine. Etc. etc. Alright, the voicings I'm going to show you on the piano, they're the same exact way as the piece modulates up. The first two times it just goes from the E and then from the F before it goes back to the G again, the verses, the whole piece again. At the end it keeps modulating up. Modulates from the E to the F, to the G, A, B, C sharp, E flat, F, and then back to the G, which leads out. And that's the keys it modulates up in. Once I show you this pattern, you just have to apply it to each key change. Only adjustment you might have to make is in the left hand. You might have to drop the bass line down to fit in, instead of the bass line being higher. Just use your own discretion on that. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to play 8s in the left hand. We've got E flat. E flat chord in the right hand. Second change, you're going down to a D flat in the left hand, and you got a G, B flat, E. Catch that melody note up here. Alright, we have. And we're going down to a C in the left hand, and we're playing a G sharp in the right hand. When we hit this G sharp, we're going to walk this bass line. From the C to E flat, right? Alright? Then you're going to play the melody notes after that. One more time. up to here. I'm going to play these notes by themselves. When we switch to the A flat, we hit the A flat, hit the first two notes, then you're going to change the position of the chord to here. Right, just the same chord, you're moving to here to play the last two notes. So the first two notes, you're going to play the G sharp in this position. So you catch the melody note up here. Okay? When you switch to the second G sharp, A flat, you go into the G flat in the left hand. So it's okay, and that is exactly the same thing you do for the next part. You're just changing, you're just modulating the key up. Alright, so the first two times that's played like that, the E flat, F, back to the G again, goes through the whole verses again, the changes, and then it just modulates up like I told you before, from the E flat, F, G, A, B, C sharp or D flat, E flat, F, and then back to the G again. That's how it ends. You'll play it like that, or I played it like this. Whatever way you want to do it. That's the whole song. Any questions, drop me a line.